And we're going to talk about their new headset, since I have not talked about it at all. And we got some really, really interesting technology or updates here. Now, the Apple Vision Pro. Now, because it has Pro in the name, I would expect that at some point we're going to see just a regular Apple Vision that might be half the price even. Even if it is half the price, like that would still be a much more manageable for a lot more people compared to $3,500. But with that, there is some interesting Apple choices, but it's exciting to see Apple stepping out and trying something again. Now, manufacturing costs is what we are learning about today, and it is actually pretty wild how much Apple is spending on bill of materials, which is about 44% the price of the headset. You heard that right, which is about $1,542 per headset, which is it's just wild to think that it costs them that much. That's just the manufacturing cost, by the way. That doesn't take into research and development or marketing. I'm not even sure if that would include, like, there's so many questions. There's a lot that's going on here with this headset, and that is a big deal. So, $1,500, by the way, is you could buy a MetaQuest Pro and have an extra, $500. You could buy 3 MetaQuest 3s and have an extra quite a bit. Now, with that said, there is a bunch of really cool technology in this headset that does cost a metric shit ton. For lack of a better term. For one, the 2 micro OLED displays in this headset cost around $228 per display because they have 3,380 pixels per inch, which is mind-boggling. But the displays of a headset like this are the most important part. As somebody with a MetaQuest 3, from the videos I've seen online, it is actually a lot better. Now, in my opinion, is it worth the extra $3,000? Probably not for what it's capable of at the moment and the lack of apps. That's something that'll come in the future, and for sure a Gen 2 of this is going to be amazing. You also have, the chipset, the M2 chip, as well as the imaging sensor with the R1 chip. We don't really know what those roughly cost Apple, but I would guess it's a good chunk of money. I wouldn't say those are cheap parts. Now, I don't even think this first gen of this product, I genuinely don't think this is even earning money for Apple. I'd be like, maybe a couple $100, but for like an Apple product, like the iPhone, we know they charge, $1,500 for the top end, and it maybe costs them $200 to build it. Like there's $1,300 and, Apple tax there. I mean, everyone else does it too, but just whatever. Point being, the fact that they're only at 44% here, I think they're scraping margins here on this product for them. I think the cost of the software and development, the working with all these developers to get this thing online, I think they're spending way more than anyone else is on their headsets. I think even Meta, at the $500 for the Quest 3, I think they are probably pushing it there too, knowing that when you buy apps, they're going to make more money on that. Apple might be trying to implement the same thing here. I kind of wonder if they've gone the Xbox and PlayStation route, where it's sell the headset at a loss or near a loss, try to recoup that money with buying stuff through Apple. Like in this case, Apple TV subscription, stuff like that, stuff that you're going to want to use the headset for. It's just wild that Apple is throwing this stuff out here. I love it. I'm excited to see what either Gen 2 brings or what just regular Apple Vision brings, because again, this is Apple Vision Pro. Pro with Apple, we always know. There's maybe a Pro Max, which I don't think is coming after this generation, because getting someone to spend, probably in the $8,000 to $10,000 range on a headset is going to be even more challenging than this one. That said, an Apple Vision at like the $1,500, $1,000 price point, starting, obviously, that, however, could really appeal to the masses. And if they fix some of the problems, I'm calling them problems, but just ease of use factors with them, like only being able to have one display from your MacBook brought up with it, stuff like that. If they change things like that, I think this headset's really going somewhere, and it's just super cool technology.